It's been 15 years since Irrational Games graced us with the system shock that was Bioshock, and 7 years since the bombshell that was Bioshock Infinite. This series wasn't just good, it was inspirational. I still have the memory of picking up Bioshock 1. I'd bought a PS3 that year, and besides Skyrim, I didn't know what to buy, but a nice employee brought 2 games over to me. I had never seen either of them. But I picked up the first one, and there it was, Dark Souls. The game behind it was Bioshock. And now, with the announcement of a new Bioshock game in 2019, I've been one rabies shot away from foaming at the mouth. It is now 2022, and my saliva glands are starting to hurt. No reveal trailer, tight-lipped devs, and new devs. None of these are actual problems, but I want it, I need it, and I gotta have it. To bide my time, and yours, I've made this video to highlight what I want in Bioshock 4. Starting with what you probably came here for. PlayStation rep Colin Moriarty leaked that the game would be taking place in a 1960s Antarctic city, Borealis. If you're like me, this might not have been the setting you were hoping for. But wait, just like Bioshock 1 didn't start under the sea, and Infinite didn't start in the clouds, it's possible this Antarctic city is simply the launch pad for something bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if this frosty lighthouse sent you into the stars. I'm more than okay with a frosty, frozen location. However, I've been hyping myself up for space ever since Bioshock Infinite came out. I don't care if it's on the moon or in the middle of nothing. An isolated location where I can get glimpses of a faraway Earth from a port window would send chills down my spine. My zero-gravity spine. As for the story itself, I obviously hope for multiple plot points, I want to witness the tragic fall of something beautiful, yada yada. Most of all, I want to be surprised with an unpredictable wonder. As for gameplay, I want fluid combat you can tailor to your playstyle. Want to run around ripping and tearing everything in sight? Or do you want to tactically sneak around, disarming traps and assassinating those who oppose you? I want the freedom to create unique builds that allow me to excel in my certain playstyle. And maybe a long-ranged build with turrets and traps in case enemies ambush me. What about a close-range build with plasmids that allow me to get away with risky play? A Metroidvania-styled map would be killer. The bathysphere system served as a transportation system in past installments, and there were secrets locked behind progression abilities, but what if that was taken to the next level? Iced over hallways that beg to be melted? Those draw my attention far more than traveling area to area, never questioning what you're leaving behind.
The game's playing itself, John. The game's playing itself, John!
I have this one as its own category because the characters of Rapture and Columbia sell the game on their own. Hearing the life events of Rapture's citizens before and after the fall was heart-stopping. And then finding the same people in the actual game, this was sometimes literally heart-stopping.
Hi.
This awesome mechanic really built up the world for me, and held my interest throughout. Instead of someone telling me why the place has gone to shit, I heard about the sorrow-filled experiences of all these different people, and I formulated the place going to shit. The series would be missing a big chunk of soul without an audio diary or voxophone system. Some more things I would be pleasantly surprised to have would be a palpable soundtrack, quirky multiplayer, and developer feedback, all of which make or break certain games. The soundtrack for sure takes priority, and I don't need a multiplayer out of a story-focused experience, but I remember how much fun Bioshock 2's was. using what you've learned and gained against real people from the citizen's perspective. As for developer feedback, I don't want a day one patch, and I don't want broken mechanics. However, the devs were to keep the community involved on, say, social media, they can figure out the strengths of their creation for future DLCs, or just updates. That would be for the best. Now that I've talked about everything I wanted to, a game having its setting leaked wouldn't normally be something I'd make such a fuss over. But this is one of the few series I care about this much. Few games captivate me as Bioshock has, and I wanted to let it show. Most of all, I want Bioshock 4 to be worth the wait. I don't care if I have to wait an extra year or two, as long as I can sit down and enjoy the game to its fullest potential. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll get what we want when all is said and done.